Alright mates, how's it going? In today's video, we're starting a new series, Beyond the Dark Portal by Aaron Rosenberg and Christie Golden. For those that don't know, I do an episode a week and work my way through entire books. This one has 28 chapters, a prologue and an epilogue though, so it's going to take a bloody long time. But I prefer doing it this way because it means I can give each chapter an equal amount of attention and enthusiasm and stuff, which leads to the overall supercut at the end being even better. If I tried to just do it all in one video, I'd probably go absolutely mental. But enough talking. Here's episode 1. Let's go!
Throw down!
Shut up!
Roll, you prick!
Fine! Gratar growled and threw the little bone cubes in his hand down to the ground.
Ha! Only one.
Balls. Gratar sank back and sulked as his opponent gathered up the dice and began to shake them vigorously. Why was he even bothering to throw against Brodog? Lucky bastard basically always won. But then there was sod all else to do. Both Gratar and Brodog had been stationed here for bloody ages. At the Dark Portal, the strange mystic doorway that led to another world. Gratar had never been through it himself. None of his clan had. He'd watched proudly as Horde warriors had buggered off through it to win glory and secure a new home and stuff, but that was like 3 books ago. Every now and then, an Orc had returned and reported on the Horde's progress, but recently there'd been nothing. No word, no scouts, jack shit. However, as Gratar stared at the portal in this very moment, he couldn't help but notice that something was a little bit different about it.
It's your turn. What are you doing?
Gratar just ignored Brodog and continued to examine the distant portal. He squinted and stared at the rippling energy and stepped closer and closer, until finally he gasped and staggered back. Although it was like trying to peer through murky water, if you squinted and stared and stepped closer and closer enough, you could just about make out a fierce violent battle going on just beyond. Brodog then approached to find out what the bloody hell had shocked Gratar so much, and within a few moments, he too saw the events taking place beyond the Dark Portal.
Go. Tell them what's happening. Right. The commander.
No. Gratar had a gut feeling about what was about to happen. This was more than their commander could handle.
Nazul. Get Nazul. He'll know what to do.
A short while later, Brodog returned alongside Nazul and a random ogre bloke.
A battle then. Yeah. One we seem to be losing. How long has...
However, before Nazul could finish his question, the Dark Portal shifted violently, and a figure emerged through it. An Orc. Whoever he was, his eyes were wild, and he raced right past Nazul and the others without a word or a single glance back.
Is he running away?
Another Orc then came through and cheesed it. Then another, and another, and then a whole bunch of panicked Orcs flooded through, all absolutely terrified and not giving a single shit about the fact they were cowards. Wasn't just Orcs either. Ogres, weird unfamiliar hooded blokes. But one warrior caught Gratar's attention. An Orc, but taller and bulkier. Possibly some ogre blood running through his veins. He didn't seem as panicked as the others. Seemed like he was headed towards something rather than away.
Out of my way, half-breed! Calm, Haratha.
But Nazul wasn't interested in that cool guy. He was more interested in the weird hooded creatures.
You. What manner of Orc are you? Why cover your face? Come here.
The figure paused, shrugged, and then did what he was told.
As you wish.
As he drew closer, Gratar shivered. There was something extremely unnerving about this guy.
What are you? What do you want here? Don't you recognize me? I am Terran Gorfield. Impossible. He's dead and gone. Slaughtered by Doomhammer along with the rest of the Shadow Council. Dead indeed. But not gone. Your old apprentice Gul'dan found a way to bring us back. Placed us into these rotting carcasses. Gul'dan. If your master still lives, then you should return to him. You forsook me in the shaman tradition to become a warlock when you lived, abomination. Serve him now that you're dead. Gul'dan is dead, and good riddance. He betrayed us, having the Horde at a crucial moment and forcing Doomhammer to pursue him instead of conquering the humans' last city. His treachery cost us the war. We lost. How is that possible? The Horde covered the very plains, and Doomhammer would not go down without a fight. We fought. It wasn't enough. He killed the humans' leader, but was overpowered in turn.
Nazul was absolutely stunned, but then took a deep breath, straightened, and turned to the ogre that had accompanied him.
Dentag, summon the other chieftains. Tell them to gather here at once. Bring only weapons and armor.
A wave of massive energy then burst through the portal without warning, knocking everyone to the ground. For a moment, it felt like all the oxygen in the air had been snatched away. A second explosion followed, sending chunks of stone flying through the air, and then all went quiet.
No!
Nazul desperately raced towards the portal, but it was no use. The shimmering curtain of space flickered, and then poof, 'twas gone, leaving only an empty stone archway behind. What the bloody hell were they supposed to do now?
Nazul!
Gorfiend, as well as a bloke called Gad's Soul Ripper, entered the village as if they owned the place, whilst many of the Shadowmoon Orc villagers watched, slightly annoyed by these arrogant intruders, but also slightly scared of them, because they were weird looking and unnatural.
Nazul! I would speak with you. Don't know who you are, and don't much care. You're trespassing. Leave or die. I need to speak with Nazul. Tell him Terran Gorfiend is here. Gorfiend? So you're the Death Knight? Don't look so dangerous to me. Dangerous enough.
Soul Ripper gestured, and several more hooded beings with glowing eyes emerged from the shadows within the village.
Now fetch your master, lest your arrogance bring you swift death instead.
The Shadowmoon Orc was beginning to sweat, but he stood his ground.
Nazul sees no one. Swift death it is then. What?
Gorfiend then extended his hand and murmured something, and the Shadowmoon warrior gasped, fell to the ground, and was swiftly dead, with blood pouring from pretty much every orifice on his face. The other Shadowmoon onlookers stirred. It was pretty obvious they were about to lunge and attack, but Gorfiend casually turned to them.
If you all wish to die, so be it. I will speak with Nazul. Stop. There's been enough killing already.
Nazul approached, and Gorfiend relaxed, whilst his companions fell back and disappeared into the shadows from whence they came.
There you are. I thought this might get your attention. I've dreamed of you. I had visions of death, and now here you are. 2 years I've been dreaming of this. You've come for me then? To take my soul? Not at all. I've come to save it. I've come for you, but not the way you think. I wish to see you lead. Lead? Why? So that I can destroy more of the Horde? Haven't I done enough? No, I'm done with such things. I led our people once, straight into Gul'dan's schemes. I doomed this world. Seek a leader elsewhere.
Gorfiend frowned. This wasn't going as he'd expected it to go.
The Horde needs you. The Horde is dead. Half our people are gone. Trapped on that horrible world. Lost to us forever. They're not lost forever. The portal was destroyed, yes, but it may yet be restored.
That certainly got Nazul's attention.
How? A small rift remains on Azeroth. I helped create the Dark Portal. I can still sense it. I can help you widen the rift until the Horde can pass through it.
The Elder Shaman considered this for a moment, but he then shook his head.
What good would that do us? The Alliance is too great a foe. We'll never beat them. Our people are as good as dead already. All we have now is the manner of that death.
Nazul's weakness absolutely disgusted Gorfiend. How had this pathetic excuse of an orc ever been so revered? It was extremely annoying that they still needed him. Otherwise, Gorfiend would have just gone ahead and granted him the death he was so eagerly awaiting there and then.
Death is not the only option. We rebuild. We use the portal. And in terms of the Alliance, we don't have to win. We don't even need to fight them. There are things I learned about from Gul'dan that Gul'dan... his twisted schemes. They destroy lives even from beyond the grave. How much power would you gain from success, Power is all you Shadow Council bastards care about.
Gorfiend had well and truly lost all of his patience now. This was going nowhere. So he grabbed Nazul's arm and shook the old man angrily.
2 years since the portal collapsed, and you've been hiding in your village whilst the clans slaughter each other. All they need is guidance, and with Doomhammer gone, you're the only one left who can lead them. I told you I have a solution. We can't win. We're doomed. Listen to me, old man. We do not need to defeat the Alliance, because we do not need to conquer Azeroth.
Nazul paused, with a real dumbass look on his face.
We only need to find and claim certain magical artifacts. Once we have those, we can leave Azeroth and never return. And what? Stay here? You know as well as I do. Draenor is dying. Soon it won't be able to even sustain those of us that are left. It won't have to. With those artifacts, we can leave Azeroth and Draenor. Find somewhere else. Somewhere better.
For the first time in a very long time, hope flickered across the painted white face of the Elder Shaman.
You do have a solution. I do. All right then.